Okay, we're here. You know what it is. It's Touhou. Well, you say you know what it is, but you don't actually know. Sub right now, unbelievable. Also, hello, Tiamat. Get right into it, but before we get into it, hello, Toaster. Start with the warm-up. Got warm up of the day, get the brain going. A game CD label. Fuck. We're cooked. What do you... Words are difficult. You have ads in your stream. I hate to see it. Stage bots with the 2023 appearance or later. Listen, I appreciate the joke, even if you completely butchered it, Tailbot. Game appearance 2023 later. Usually carries an object as a tail. Go Byton. Easy. Go Sinai. Okay. Boss of playable in the same game. If I was not join stream 1 minute. What do you mean? It's been 3 minutes into the stream. I waited a minute and a half before I popped this up. Zamu's too easy, I feel. The only thing that's come out since 2023 was 18.5, right? 2023 was 18.5, and if that's the case, then you can do some other shit. No, that's not true. It was 19. But this is literally only 19 and 20. Filmate segment would be better for viewers. No, we start up the stream with it. I'm like super interested in pulling maximum viewers for this possible. Okay, last game appearance. Usually carries an object. That's pretty vague. Anon is an interesting choice. Let's just go with my girl Ron. Ooh, legendary pick. CD label. I don't know fucking CD labels. Surely Chirno's on a CD label. Okay. You use Tsukasa. Any answer you throw out, I can't use. Just remember that's a rule. CD label of a game. Surely Kari fits, right? Okay, nice. I don't know who has objects. Has a tail and is a mid-boss. Random mid-boss. The gap in object. That's a good question. Let's go Rin. That's a lot of Rins. I said Rin. Usually carries an object. Isn't Yuimon holding something? I'm wrong. Oyohime. Here's an object. Appears on a CD label. Who usually carries an object? Patchy's too greedy. Byakurin. Surely Byakurin's on the CD label. I'm wrong. Nazareth and Show are up. Does Show have a tail? You just go Nazareth. It's so simple, but let's just do it. Oh, it's Nazareth Day. Okay. Should have looked at that earlier. I should look at that at the start. Appears on a CD label, usually carries an object. Who the fuck fits this category? It's not... I didn't even know Nazareth would appear on a CD label. Who the fuck carries objects in Touhou? Baiton does. No way Baiton appears on a label. Not that I can pick her anyway. He's a big Reimu. It's a boring answer. You know, I want to try Patchouli just to be greedy. Yeah, let's just do Reimu. Let's just do the easy Reimu. I don't know about usually carries an object now that I think about it, but... Okay, I got Nazareth was the most common down there, but otherwise... Nah, the Chirno one was pretty rough too. Otherwise, my picks were solid. That Reimu one was kind of rough, but... Naz? That's not Nazareth, that's Notori. Mima has a tail? Ooh, Kyoko's a good shout. Eden. Fucking characters that appear in endings should not count for this garbage. Like, look at this. All three of these characters do not appear in the game. They appear in the endings of Touhou 20, maybe Touhou 19. Ichirin appears on a CD label? Really? So does Saki, I believe. Ichirin's on a label? That's crazy. Okay, I hate endings. We're cooked when it comes down to endings, otherwise we're fine. Phantom half. How is that a tail? So I think I look Kageyama. Here's the thing, the tail I'm honestly fine with. Like the tail, the Mima with the tail I'm kind of fine with. What I don't like is the fucking appearance and it's some character that pops up in an ending. You can just go versus games, yeah, with the Boston playable. I mean, that's generally basically kind of the only sphere. Like, the only other exception to it is, like, Hatade, right? And Aya. Hatade. Well, Aya is a versus character anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna get mad at you, Theobot. Yeah, well, Tail's bogus, though. There's a lot of definitions that they're rather, vague on. Wish this spell didn't exist. Operative Tail Hoodless Swear. Maybe like 6-7 years from now. When you press shift, does Raymond have a small bunny tail? Now, that looks like it's more coming out of, like, the middle of her back rather than her butt. Tails should be rigged. Did you see you run in Juco 9 times? At least Chen's got 2. Oop, that shimmy too much. Hello, Light General. Question is, do Yuma have a tail? I don't know. I don't look at Yuma enough. I don't, off the top of my head, I don't think so, but this spell makes me want to commit war crimes. Hello, Scooter. Scooter, what are your thoughts on Yomu having a tail? Yuma should have a tail. Yomu? No? Well, she classified. Oh my gosh, this spell is just, like, that line is just disgusting. Miona's a tail, so Yomu's a half-tail who. I mean, Rainbow has one model that foxes her. You mean foxes her? The answer to this spell is ultimately just hope it lines up well for you. Oh, this Rave is still Rave. Or Mommy's though. Yeah. Words are hard. Zoom violated this for you have a chance. I'm pretty sure the tails is supposed to refer to back tails, not front tails. What? What are you hiding? They hated him because he spoke the truth. What point does the tail become wings? Do I have weirdly shaped tails or wings? Both. Nue just has weirdly shaped blank. Dude, that was a nice line too. No, he doesn't have wings. Myth Nue also isn't hot as fuck. Hello? Speak for yourself. Honestly, I like Nue, but like I'm not even the biggest Nue. I'm not a particularly massive Nue fan. Like she's fine. I didn't find her like that great personally. She's solid though. I just have to sneak it in there. That means where's the tail there? A monkey after all. Yeah, front tail. They call it Fudaori for a reason. That was repulsive, that line. Not my joke. My joke was good, but like the line was Chimera slash wait, what was that first word? A chimera? There's gonna be depicted tailless, unbelievable. Like a chimera, like the mythological creature. Chimera. Rather peculiar. What about it? It's nothing about like the chimeras themselves. It's just is what a chimera is. You know, if you're gonna think about the chimera, makes you think about some things in relate to Touhou. Weird. Could be a lot of things. You? What do you mean K-A-I? Pronounced chimera. That's the official pronunciation for chimera. Don't look at me, you can look that up. It's literally chimera. It's not chimera. A little peculiar, huh? Sometimes. What is this science says about wings? Oh. About Noko, how many tails does she have? Not gonna lie, I don't look at Noko that often. I can't really tell you. Something. Yeah, like, because I am telling you something. I'm just telling you it's chimera. Almost as if that's a thing. Like a concept. Like, 'cause she's a wolf thing. Listen, here's what I know about Inoko. She's not great at giving hand jobs. And she saw, like, Marissa crying as a child. And she's apparently immortal, I think it was? And that's, like, basically, like, all I kind of know, right? Oh, here comes the German. I'm sorry, chimera. I'm sorry, I was saying chimera, not Mira. My bad. That I was focusing too much on the Kai aspect to get the Mira part. Almost as if like CH making a K noise is like a thing that happens. Weird. Would never happen. That's not a thing though. No one ever talks about chimeras. Or listens to a song with a chorus in it. These type of things don't happen. A school? No. No, these words don't actually exist. Noko's like a Cerberus? What are you talking about? I briefly looked at Inoko stuff because people were talking about how she's actually immortal. I think that's Inoko that was being talked about. He does have 3 tails. That's 50% more than Chen has. Game Glitcher, what are your thoughts on Yomu being classified as having a tail? Tails a minimum required to tail lock you during intercourse. I got like halfway through that sentence and immediately like I became disappointed, but like I was already committed to it that I had to finish that sentence. Spirit's Tale. It's coming from the Touhou grid, where Yomu was under the designation of having a tail. Mayor's thing about that Heck, are bored. Gotta be one of the three. No, it's just Kaimata. Done for. I mean, that doesn't mean they're going to tail lock you. Eat the sauce for that Aya. What are you, potato bot? I'm sorry, I did not mean to pretend that you were British. That's my bad. My bad. Hello, Zunazomi. Listen, I'm not saying whether or not she does classify or doesn't. I'm just saying it, you know, it created a little bit of conversation because she was on the listed characters for having a tail. Whether or not you agree or not, it's not on me. That is a fair thing. People do refer to the Phantom App as being her sometimes. Some people more than others try to separate the two. Oh no. Okay, you're safe. There's no NSFW on the first page. You're safer now, 11. Zero R18 stuff. I mean, you can go find it. Like, you can go look elsewhere to find it. I mean, how dare a Touhou artist not make 18+ content? Unbelievable. Everything should be sexy. You guys keep the bear traps on during sex. How much control does she have over those? Also, when she closes her hand, they close. Yeah, so like if she closes her hand and that's it, then I think they come off during sex. But like if she can if she has to manually if she has to manually choose to open or close them, then I think it's fine. But I think if it just goes along with something else, and there's a chance of accidentally doing it, then I think there comes a danger. This spell is so good. I love it. I wish every spell was this spell. Does Tojigo have 2 tails or ghost legs? Both. Dangerously hold on to the trap. until your dick is gone. I mean, it depends on if her hands are near your dick. And again, whether or not she has active control over this. Game Glitcher once again thinking that every woman is after trying to rip his dick off. Just stick in the traps, I'm sure it's safe then. Get him to trigger, and then you go in. That's what you're saying, right? You like get something to activate the trap, then you go in. I'm gonna start sounding like Game Glitcher if I talk about, like, imagine, like, laying in bed with her, and she, like, rolls over, like, in her sleep, and then there goes your face. Does she have control over clenching hands? Yes, but here's the thing. Clenching hands is not a extremely rare activity for humans to do. Like, if it was something niche to trigger the traps, then it's fine. But, like, if it's something just, like, literally clenching, like, if she even controls, like, sometime when she clenches her hand, it goes off, and sometimes it doesn't, then it's fine. But, like, if every time her hand, like, she clenches her hand, it matches the way of that, then that's gonna be a lot more risky. Two better class pose would probably be more rare on activity, you think? Yeah, that's fair to get used to it, but it's like Edward Scissorhands. Are we really like I don't care how much you get used to it. It still is you know, tense up. What do you mean by tense up? You know, because I mean you to trap. Think about it like it's two big hands holding you. Yeah, but they might hurt. That forward went down if you dug too deep. Explain that Twitch chat. I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm going to need this in elaborate detail. I'm going to need 5 paragraphs minimum on my desk by Tuesday. Sex? Oh, okay. Now I understand. Wait, is that like a sex joke? Unbelievable. Not my Christian Minecraft server. I'm gonna have to get my mods on this one. Fucking optimistic. You're more optimistic than Game Glitcher would ever be. I dispel. Makes me want to commit war crimes. Go to the anti-hand-holding Touhou. What if you're wearing armor? Dude. Like, the spell is just complete dog shit. There's no fucking good lines. Besides just fucking try to get something that's halfway decent and hope. Copium. We all came together, we can make some banger fanfic. I mean, sure, if everyone came together, but like I appreciate you guys. I'm just not like I'm not like that into everyone here. I'll be honest. There, yeah. Oop. By the time Alfonso met a note-shaped Damaku, and proceeded to bash my head into a wall. I don't hate no-shaped Damaku right now. No-shaped Damaku are great. Anything's great. Right to this. Urbino says, by the way, her bear trap opens when she splays her hand, snaps shut when she clenches her fist. Based on her in-game spray, as well as her portrait, seems like her hands aren't gripping anything on the trap. Just close open based on her hands on their own. Okay. Now, where did the traps come from? Goodwill right now. What do you guys want? Don Maku. I have a bear trap hand. Radiation poison. No, probably Zamu since she gave her everything else. Did she give her the immortality as well? Dude, this spell is so quirky. Like that, like I should be dead because of how stupid that line was. But even by living, I'm still angry. Have goodwill? Yeah, a lot of people nowadays don't have goodwill. They only have bad will whenever they do things. I play Touhou not out of the goodwill in my heart, but out of the bad will. Evil. This. The LNN while you're gone, don't worry, I'm just gonna redact it. Like anything in hell has that by default. It's fair, but Inoko's not in hell anymore, right? Pretty sure during the events of 19, she was outside of hell. How crass do I want to be? This I can. Jesus, sync on your tier list for every day. Yeah, I don't want to fuck Oku. She might kill me. She's also like a bird, so she's kind of annoying in that regard. I'd rather go fuck these other people that'll probably kill me instead. Great gift. Yuki or Suki? Do you mean Yugi or Suika? Kageyama, I like you, but like, I'd appreciate like proper typing. Yeah. There's just another girl saying I ruined the reputation. She's been totally stupid. She's just uneducated and only slightly bird-brained. Yes. I agree with that, but one would also argue that being uneducated makes you stupid. Mean to the other teenager? What do you mean the other one? There's like 50 of you. They multiply, like you guys multiply every day. It's like I look away and there's like 5 more. No, I'm not saying that Hina's bad. She's good, but like. Don't act like you're a marginalized group in society, the Hina enjoyers. He is too stupid and too smart. I'll speak facts. Fuck, there's so many times I want to start talking, and then I realize I'm sure, like, I probably should. Like, it's not ban-worthy, like, it's not breaking TOS, but there's so many fucking times I get in situations like, I shouldn't. I'm not hanging out with my friends, I should be careful with what I say to a degree, even if it's not necessarily... It happens too much. That's Satori. Yeah, why go for Oku when you can go for Satori? Listen, let me look at the emo after this 1 second. Like, I'm hanging out with my usual group of friends, and like, there's so many times I like want to make like a detailed sex joke, and I just like immediately will just boom go off into it, and then I go to do it here. I'm like, no, let's maybe I should take a step back. Don't I already like have that Reimu emo effectively? Why are the fucking tags for this Poggies, Booba, and Pog Milkers? I talk about how I don't go off on something and I add the emote. We have that. Oh, whoa, my bad. It's a different armpit. Poggies and Booba are other jiggling tits emotes. Well, if they're not Touhou, I don't care. Right? Doesn't matter. Like, oh. Non-Touhou boobs. Ew, yeesh. Look at right. I gotta fight Remy later. Gulp. People are doing fireworks tomorrow, and it's like I already said I'm gonna go, but fuck, it's gonna be so hot out. I don't want to go, but I already said I'm gonna go. Thank you for all the boob ones. We died to Satori because he didn't want to do her fight legit. I think it's part. I'm not exactly sure what triggered the Satori fight the way it did, because I've done this on Satori before, so I'm not sure. And she never switched before, even during my setup. So I'm wondering. I think this time I didn't give her a damaging move, and I wonder if that pushed it over the top. I wonder if only having 2 puppets did it, but like I don't remember exactly how many puppets I've had before. Enjoy your freedom. Here's the thing. Okay. Let me meta about fireworks that are going on tomorrow, okay? Fireworks are cool, don't get me wrong, but like I've gotten to see fireworks before. Do I really want to stay up till 11:30, have to deal with all the traffic and shit? Probably stay up till like midnight, go sit out in like... At least it's not that humid anymore. Like, the humidity's gone down, but it's still pretty hot out. To go see fireworks that I've seen before. And I can just like... When I'm going to be seeing a lot of the people I'm hanging out with on Saturday anyway. And then, like, it's not like we're even, like, doing... It's kind of just, like, sitting there with a bunch of other people that, like, do I really, you know... There's a large group of people, and, like, some of them I'm, like, I like a lot. And then... Like, some of these people are like, you know, I'm not really too, you know, they're not, like, whatever for interaction. Ones have so many lewd emotes with communities to try to cultivate here. I wanna... If only I could go through the history, and... Because, here's the thing. Almost every emote I did not add on my own. It's someone else sent the emote to me, and then I added. There's a few that I added. There's a few that I browsed and added. But most of them are other people sending me them, and then I add them. I want to go through every emote that is classified as a lewd emote and figure out how many of them were 11 that sent me that. Probably 80 to 90% if I were to fathom a guess. All of yours are safe? Well, none of the emotes are explicit. And, I mean, obviously, because if it's an explicit emote, then it's ban-worthy and I can't possibly add it. But there's a difference between safe and, lewd/suggestive. Okay, I'm playing Hunterline Academy with my friends, and, we got a scene where there's some, there's some, murder going on, that's fine. And then there's a scene where, one of the girls naked, covered in frosting and strawberries, and the protagonist is trying to lick it off of her. That's not, explicit, but it is a little questionable. It's a little, on the line, that image. It's not nude, but it's, the hugs. You fools don't realize that I'm just baiting engagement again! The problem is, I also can't say no to going to the fireworks tomorrow because there's too many people that would hound me and be upset if I didn't go. And I'd be like, why did you go? Oh, so I'm going. So unfortunately, there is a chance, depending on the timing of things, that, I could stream on the earlier end of tomorrow, but probably not. Work's probably going to be too busy to permit that. The weather is looking better and better, looking less likely of bad weather tomorrow. What if it does get bad enough? Such a few, your biggest contribution was during Slug and Bucci available. Yeah, but the Slug is based off of a lewd joke, but the Slug itself isn't anything questionable, right? Or Slug arguably more than Satori at this point. What does that mean? Tornado warning in here? There was a tornado warning in the UP earlier this week. Actually, there's 2, I think. Which is not something you see much. Or is the Slug lewd, pure and innocent? Clues. Getting Touhou from your phone. Okay, you're in the Grand Touhou Classroom Fanfic of the Century. Who do you sit next to? What? What does that mean? Fuck. Dude, it happens all the time. I always am like, I want to ghost for something. I'm like, I don't know. It's a little too much. Fuck. Why is my brain? Your mind. Don't tempt me, Anakin. Bro, when I speak my mind, it's just immediately followed up by a bunch of Huns, whether or not what I'm saying is suggestive or not. So for us, I'm censoring myself for myself. The Revy and Flan would suck better. The Huns are funny. Yeah, they are. But here's another thing. Here's another reason why I censor myself, and sometimes it's not even me being making explicit thinking about some sex joke, though sometimes it is. But it's not always even that. Sometimes my brain, I'll see something. I'll see Sanai, and then something will trigger my head that thinks about Sanai, and then next thing you know, I'm thinking about Sanai and Reimu, and then that goes on to a different line. So then literally within 10 seconds, my brain jumps 5 topics, and then next thing you know, I'm thinking about something funny on the 5th topic, but I can't bring it up because my brain went there really quickly, it's so off topic to everything else. It's just so I'd have to explain all the build up to even get to that point. These random girls in his brain gonna get a doctor to look at him. ADHD? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever truly been tested for it. I don't know exactly how that works regardless for that purpose. I don't know if I'd say I have ADHD, though there are definitely traits that I would say I share, but that's might be true about a number of things. It's like in my brain, it cannot not see it anymore, and I cannot not see it. Words are hard sometimes. I understand. Your thoughts. Is their minds have sex would be brutal? I mean, to what degree? If they're devoted to you, like at the same time, the advantage of being with a Satori, and I've talked about this before, the advantage of being with a Satori is that one of the biggest dangers of relationships being the communication barrier is a lot lessened. Now, obviously, it's more dangerous to a degree because you have that gone, but there is, like, the fact that that is gone, I think does really help. Like, long term. Like, it helps the long term. And also, once a Satori's, like, been a Satori for long... Alright, now can you stop talking about sex with humans? Fine, I'll start talking about having sex with humans. Yawn! Like, here's the thing, as well. Like, people think, they're gonna be super weirded out by your thoughts. Let's just, like, a lot of these Satoris are, you know, let's not even pretend that they've been alive for hundreds of years, because, you know, like, a lot of Touhou characters are like, oh, you know, they've been around for, you know, forever or whatever. You know, there's a lot of that. Let's just say, you know, you're in your 20s or something, which is probably fair for a lot of people here, and, like, they're 20-something years old, approximately, right? You know, somewhere in that range. At some point, after having the power of a Satori, like, there'll come a point probably early on where it's like it's shocking, but like eventually, as the Satori's gonna get used to the weirdness, right? It's gonna go like they're gonna see someone and then see some weird parts about them and understand. At some point in life, you will understand. And this is a true thing about a lot of people. Well, whether or not you actually, like, give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, people think about a lot of things that they don't act on at all. A lot of random thoughts cross people's mind. What's that one meme? This is the stick figure holding the baby, and he's like, maybe I should throw this baby, and then he's like, God, and then it's like him, like, contemplating the subconscious act, like, part of his mind that you'd never do, but it's crazy how, like, these thoughts enter your mind and stuff. And that's the thing. Like, eventually, at some point, like, you'll walk by and it's like someone, like, thinks, like, a lot of guys, if they see a girl that, like, is hot, that's gonna be a thought that crosses your mind, like, you know, hell, that, you know, she's kind of hot, right? And, like, eventually, with this type of, like, so you just get used to it. After having sex with someone, your mind blasted with all their thoughts like it's a hentai panel. I don't know if that's quite to that regard. Having sexual thoughts about yokai is super dangerous and deadly. Like, the downsides of, like, the mind reading, honestly, I don't think they outweigh the upsides long term. Again, this is a thing for everything, whether or not it's like romantic relationship or even just like, you know, what, platonic, is that the term? I forget. Your other relationships, not necessarily romantic. What is this link? Right, that image again. effectively fired up by other people hot. Yeah. Like an important thing in life is, you know, people think about a lot of things. It's, in large part, it's, you know, what do you actually act on, right? I'm not crazy. I choose the size shaking your shit. Hold up, there's a cat on my screen. Wait, this is Touhou 18. There's always a cat on my screen. Nearby, they disagree. Me having intrusive thoughts in my head, but I shake my head like an Etch-a-Sketch to get rid of them. You ever about people snubbing your wife because she's a hated species? These are pals of Earth's fiercest enemy. Bruh, here's the other thing, though, Game Butcher. Anyone in the world can find a reason to hate someone. Whether or not it's valid or not, someone's gonna hate you. Just the thoughts that push you with a weakness in the brain or normal. Yeah. And that's another thing. That's kind of like a larger point of what I'm doing. If someone has the ability of mind reading, okay, one that cannot be turned off, one that is constantly running, the deepest you can take to total my back shots. Is if you have that, like Billy Myra, you're gonna get used to like the intrusive thought parts, and you're gonna understand the difference between things. And again, I think in all forms of relationship, whether it's romantic or not, having the ability to bypass the communication barrier, which is arguably the hardest barrier in all types of relationships, is ultimately, I think, for the better. That's why I think a Satori is top tier. Ayupa. Turn it off, just ask Koichi. Yeah, but then... Oh, fuck! Shit, hold on. Okay. Fuck, the towel's not down here anymore. Fortunately, the can was almost empty. But I'm drinking this, and then I've kind of like juggled in my hands, and it kind of it didn't spill much, but it spilled a little bit. No, it also didn't like spill like it only like spilled on my lap. It didn't like go anywhere else. It's not like it was that much. Or she is equally important with the other partner. Yes. People hate Satoris because no one likes Myri. Imagine you have to deal with your wife touching assault for no reason other than she's a gross Satori. Are these people assaulting Satori in the room with you? Okay, what? Like, oh, you can't date an Asian person. Like, if you're like if you're like a Caucasian, right? You're you know, if you're like white or something, you can't date an Asian person because someone really hates Asian people, and there's a chance they might assault them. You can't date someone who's black because there's a chance that someone really hates them because of what they are and wants to assault them. Fuck. What do we do? Are we just like you can't do anything? His little sister, not really thinking anything. Okay, he has a Monster on his left. Which I don't drink Monster. I'm not like Monster's fine, but everyone hates Satori's. Okay. Probably exaggerated. Exaggerated, fair term. Also, you don't have to make every aspect of your life outside in public. Satori seems to be a good job, pretty good job of minding your own business in a fairly private manner. Even in the real world, you know, if you're not in Gensokyo's Palace of the Earth Spirits, like, you can kind of, like, enjoy your time in a rather private manner. And for the most part, people tend to leave you alone. Also, you know one advantage of having mind-reading abilities is, even if you're hated for it, you're also going to know what people are the most likely to want to assault you, so you kind of, like, so you have an automatic advantage of avoiding that. The underground yokai are the undesirables? If the underground yokai are the undesirables, then why is there so many people down bad for Parsi? Checkmate, atheist. Listen, I'm not saying that the mind reading is perfect or anything. What I'm saying is there's actual legit merit. No, but what if at one point in the middle of the night, while you're sleeping, she wakes up and reads your brain, and you're having a dream, like a sexual dream, and there's a different girl in there that's not her, and in a brief moment of anger, she stabs you. What if that happens? I don't think I could marry. That could happen. Fuck, I'm hooked. Oh, that might happen. I'm gonna sell you straight up Kwakuma H Doge on eBay right now. Want to see her fight? What did I just previously say? Also, here's another thing too. Here's another thing. Live girl chopping a guy's dick. Right, it happened once, guys. I'm in danger. What do you mean, not you? Oh, I'm not allowed to give rational arguments. I'm sorry. Spooter just gave her answer. Oh, but Spooter doesn't count either. Because Spooter's agreeing with the streamer, and that's not allowed. I gotta find someone who agrees with me, and then we'll prove the point. Other people, they agree with the streamer. That doesn't count. Those people don't count. Do you know how many fucking yokai walk around the human village? On the regular? You know, in, like, real life, if there's a Satori out, let's pretend, like, the concept of Satori's was more known or everything. It's like, some people are gonna know it, but, like, not everyone's gonna even fucking notice. You walk to the grocery store, you notice every person around. Wait, what, hold on. Oh, wait, what's wrong with you? Wait, hold on, what's this person with? Like, I am someone who's very, very self-conscious when it comes out of things, and I'm very conscious of also perceiving things on other people, and not even I go that far. Is there a hot rabbit girl selling medicine in the village? It's walks around the human village. But is Tsukasa seen walking around the human village canonically? I guess I'll give fights a lot of time for fun. Humans in real life fight for fun. Have you ever heard of the WWE? Or fucking MMA? Yeah, but that was in the far past, you know, when stuff was a lot more separated. In modern Gensokyo, things are a lot more loud. In modern real life, things are a lot more loud, huh? What about that, atheist? But what if someone else has mind reading powers and mind reads her having mind read powers, and then their mind reading actually mind breaks her, and then she kills herself? What if that happened? Oh, I don't know if I could do this, guys. No one likes her. How many people even fucking know about Momio? Last I checked, she's in a fucking cave mining, and like, not really like anyone else is aware of her existence. I still wonder how many Fox girls are secretly going to the Cuban Village brothel. I thought they were in the Tengu one. Oh, I double back. She's the yokai, hated by the gods. Sure, that means something. Yeah, but does she also have like a history of like doing things? Right? Like that's like here's another question. Does she have a history of doing things? Aki versus Satori. I like Aki, but Satori's better. That early mid-boss skill? Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. I was like half edging, but I wasn't like super paying attention. And it was early. They drag it somewhere along the lines. Yeah, like Momio has that. Like if Momio's hated, I think it's because she like of like a past. Versus Satori in the mind reading front. I think Satori's a better wife, partially because Aki's a lot more devout. Which, to an extent, kind of makes her a better person, per se, but it's also kind of a dangerous thing. Aki mind reads. Well, not inherently, but she has the power to look at, to look upon, basically everything you've done. Well, Aki's solid. Aki's a character. Shiki, Iki. That would drive you crazy. That achy twice in your dreams. Did she have big or small boobs? Or like medium? How big were her boobs in your dream? Alright, spider colony in your garden. Which Touhou could you call to exterminate it? Probably Rainbow. Rainbow's a good exterminator. During your entire life history, every action ever taken while Satori's his current mind read. Yes, but the mirror is kind of worth because it sees every action. That being said, the mirror wouldn't see intrusive thoughts, right? Like again, it goes to the concept of like thoughts that enter your mind, but you don't act on stuff. Like there's a lot of thoughts that enter people's minds. Who's hyperventilating after waking up to think about it? Just for you were 5 years ago, no thanks. Spooner does not want people looking at the doujin she was looking at 5 years ago. Yeesh. Act on shouldn't define versus evil. Like, yeah. Like if you have if you as a person, I don't know, words are hard. Like if you as a person, have repeated like series of thoughts that you you don't want to have, then I think there's points where there are thoughts that you don't act on, but like if certain things are repeated enough that there's time for potential self-reflection in that regard, but you don't act on something like the chick she holds is used to beat your ass. If you only have pure thoughts to do rightful things in life, get to ascend and become celestial and marry Tenchi. I don't know if there's any religions that even believe that people involved are pure and good in every regard. There are extremists, obviously, in broad realms, but hello, Buggo. Supposed to be pure and perfectly pure after saying it, like Tenchi got banned. About FWIC. Like Ubame Nantu. Ubame Nantu, well-known hardest part in the entire game. LNN. Still thoughts nonetheless. It was meant to be comic relief. No, everything must be taken as literally as possible, Alan. I almost kissed that fairy. Oop! Yin Yang, which is the most... All that achy stuff based on Yin Yang, which is the which is the most life is black and white mentality religion ever produced. To a degree... how much do I want to get in philosophy? Probably not too hard. To a degree, yes, but there's still the concept of good in evil and evil in good, or chaos in order and order in chaos, right? And that the two things, like the two sides of the same coin, you know, order and chaos, or good and evil, kind of exist in perpetuity and almost need each other to exist. Oop. But then Touhou's lore even living too long is very bad. Your dreams you take, your dreams you swear. In the in what way do you be like you having a lot more wild dreams? You're having a lot more basic, you know, really tame dreams? You're having like not many dreams? You're having a lot more dreams? Like in what way do you vivid and actually dreaming in general? Mm-hmm. I feel like I go in spurts sometimes. I'm not exactly sure. Like I'm kind of on the downturn right now. There was a good like about like a month and a half ago. Like there was a good 3 weeks where just so many really vivid wild dreams, and that's like on the downturn. But like it just kind of happens. It goes up and down. I just rants about stuff that dude had no idea what he was writing about. This is another thing about a lot of lore is that you gotta take some things with a grain of salt. I've referenced this story once before, but it's one that I always find really funny when it comes down to people who take things way too seriously and literally. So, Star Wars. I'm gonna put this because this is one of my favorite stories. So George Lucas, this was back I believe when he was still like writing and stuff. Someone asked him at one point in time. So someone like he was like I don't know what he was doing, but he was doing something where he was like doing a talk something, and there's a bunch of people there, and someone asked him, and it was like, what planet is Obi-Wan from? And George Lucas, like, pauses, goes, and he clearly does not have an answer. It's clearly starts, and then the guy responds, like, don't make it up on the spot. What play is he from? Like, people take a lot of things way too depth, where it's just like at the end of the day, he's like there's no real, like, answer. Like, whatever it is, it's just something he's gonna pull out. Like, it's not something he's... But, like, some people are, like, really, like... Hold on. Oh, the connection here. Wait, what that could be? Whoa, hold on. It breaks the illusion more than anything. Yeah, I think a lot of time it's, like, you just gotta... You know, with both the parts of canon and fanon, I think ultimately you just really have to take the parts you like and, you know, you gotta move on past a lot of things you don't particularly like, especially with fanon, but, like, it exists for both. But, like, there's so much to Touhou, like, not just lore, but, like, everything that you can just... There's so much where you can just take what you like and don't do what you don't like. Was fascinating, especially with Touhou. It's very free to kind of fill in the gaps that cans are also. Yeah, Touhou is very vague to an extent, and I think that's one of the reasons why Touhou is as popular as it is. Because for both good, like, you know, I can sit here and criticize Koshi's heart-throbbing adventure, but at the same time, the fact that that can exist and be made the way it is a good thing. Whether or not I have my concerns about the content involved. He survives Reimu's mob. Prove me wrong. Hate that the outside world exists in Touhou. The only aspect of that I'm, like, a little peculiar about is, like, and, like, I like Maribel Renko, but it's kind of like the futuristic, like, Maribel Renko thing. Like, I do like that it's, like, Earth, but it's kind of like it is a separate thing, like in Sokyo. And, like, 99.9% of the time, it's just like, oh, you know, there is, like, a rest of the world, but, like, in Sokyo is its own thing. Planes. The planes is a decent way to put it. There was some Japanese blaming Tenchi and Ucho after the Fukushima earthquake and tsunami meltdown. I didn't meltdown because it was right after 10.5 it'll release. Oku's cause of the current heat wave, I wait. That picks up Gensokyo. Oh, you mean Gensokyo? Yeah. You mean the area that exists that is occasionally added onto by whenever Zune decides to add a new realm, new area? Today I'm gonna add pyramids. Today I'm gonna add the Rainbow Dargon Cave. Today I'm gonna add the Tengu Brothel. Have a good one, Toaster. Hello, Koshi. World. I like... I should be dead. I like the outside world existing and that, like, it just puts it on Earth. Like, I'm fine with far-off planets and stuff, and, like, you know, with, like, distant planets, but I do like its attachment to Earth. I'm dropping things. I gotta pee soon. Also, it's on. Also, the other great thing about Gensokyo is that it's part of Earth, and character and like things in real life can get like stacked over to Gensokyo, which means I still have a chance, guys. Guys, I have a chance. I'm gonna get sent over and then marry Reimu. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Okay, here's what I want you. I want you to type a 50,000 word essay about how you feel about this, and then I'll just be like, whatever. Mid yawn. I can't wait for you to make a completely subjective take on what your opinion is, and then Game Glitch will try to prove to you why you're objectively wrong. Or sometimes. I care when it's convenient for me. Oh my gosh, it's stage 3. Need a cringe emo. Well, find me a Touhou cringe emo and I'll add it. Well, let me look at the tornado situation, see if there's anything remotely close to my vicinity. And I'm technically in one of the low-risk watch areas. Or the glitches, it feels like he's intentionally being contrary no matter what. That is fair! Some stuff down in Wisconsin. Just watch Touhou lore videos, so I got pop up. Time it's like you take the Touhou lore bag, you guys go, oh, that's cool. Anyway, how about sex? Official mangas are very good. Highly recommend them. That's asking like the modern person to read. Reading? I can't be bothered to read. Jarvis, some of everything in this book in two sentences. I can't be bothered to read more than that. Channel this. That's a lot. Oh gosh. If you remind me when I'm not streaming at some point, and there's enough people ask for it, I'll do it. As long as it's taken in moderation. Part of the lore dumps is there's gonna be small subjective twist on things, and then there's gonna be arguing. Not that people would ever argue over Touhou things. Or fiction in general. Oh, fuck you! Oh my gosh! I just got another. Oh, did it really? Hey, look. Indeed. Gazi, okay, Ryo, why did they run away to Ginsuki? And Ryo's way to get people to believe gods actually show up and do something then? I mean, I think that's a potential plot hole, but, like, I think with Touhou in regards to a lot of that stuff, I think there's just going to be a lot of that if you really try to be strict with it. What you want to make right now, but can't find a good way to phrase it? Yeah, I know it's really complicated. There's a really complicated, like controversial thing, which is like, how impregnable are the Touhou yokai? Humans, like it's a really kind of important discussion. Like, clearly, it is possible per se because like Renosuke exists, but like, what's the, it's just really complicated because they just never really actually explains this, and it really sucks. Just bring the topic to shit. God forbid I make a joke. Oops, might be. Bastard. He's just streaming, use the channel as a chat room. Except Freezing Summer, then. Freezing Summer. It's not the heat wave. Listen, I am not a summer enjoyer. I don't particularly love sweating my ass off throughout 2/3 of the day. But I also make sex jokes because, I can, conversations with very broad topics, such as this, can be fine, but I also need to have things be a little careful that it just doesn't devolve into something problematic, like people's different interpretations of Gensokyo when two things disalign, and then someone immediately pulls out the, well, this thing is actually canon, and then it just falls apart from there in terms of the argument. And I believe for the most part, people here are better than that, but I want to be cautious. And make sure things don't get too serious. Expectations, sure, but those objective facts, they're objective facts too, and those work per time. Yes, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. The more you get into this, the more it starts to... the more things get hostile. You're open. I know you're open, Spooter. All it takes is a fucking Yuka 2.0 to walk down the street, and then you're off in fairy tale land. Tell me it's canonically if Tenchi's and Matt's again. I mean, I shit on Phantoms too, but in a little bit of a separate way. Put the line to canon. Yeah, but there's a question, which is, does saying that once make you a masochist? Yeah, because of the fighting game, she can't be knocked back, and should be knocked up, though? Oops. Quick, make your jokes about how degenerate streamer ruins everything. Just a far more engagement. It's just that easy sometimes. What? 3.9? I early killed. That's why I have so much power. Where we pee? What do you mean where we pee? I do need to pee. TPDP. Let's play TPDP when we play it. Will happen. Oh, why don't you beat this game already to play Hidden Star? While you're also like, oh, why don't you play Puppet Games? wants me to beat this game so I can play Hidden Star also doesn't want me to play this game. Hello? Fumo Racing Tournament. Don't worry. Dev will be back in 5 years from now. Big updates, I believe, Cope. Wait, what is the name of that emo? Hold on. Fuck, it's just coloring. I didn't realize that when I added it. Fuck. I didn't realize it was a bait emo at first. Like, I'm usually good about checking that, but I didn't fucking look. Wait, leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there for the time being. I might remove it at some point. I'll leave it there for now though, because it is funny. And the more loot emotes I get like that, the more engagement we get, and that's ultimately the most important thing, clearly. Yeah, people are usually lazy enough to not capitalize things. Be jump scared 3 streams from now. Buddha's gonna be in her 3rd bottle of whiskey and forget that that's an emote and see it pop up and have a flashbang moment. Take me for. I just said broadly, okay? I didn't want to just say alcohol. I want to say something, but like I didn't have like anything that really came to mind, like specifics. I was like, let me just say whiskey. It's not beer, but it's like it's more complicated beer, so I just go over that. And then I'll let you insert whatever alcohol of choice you want. Oh my gosh, I did it. Yokai G is good. Yokai Satan. Remy's a good choice. Yukari's a good choice. Tsukasa. Satan, his weapon is lust. Literally just Tsukasa. Yeah. I'll try to remember that, but I'm afraid that like 3 months from now I'll probably forget Scooter, so I hope you'll forgive me for forgetting that you're Rumgo. So I know you've said it before, but that's individual taste in alcohol, like not something I probably super likely to remember. We'll see. I can remember people's Touhou characters they like, but alcohol preferences. Have a good one, Kageyama. Yeah, Alan probably has secretly a lot of Toadakis. Surely. Definitely seems like the type. Gee, that was a rough and long run, too. This fucking... Get pick. Would you rather have sex with Kyoko or On? Kyoko. I'll not be taking... I don't know. I don't know what the rest of that sentence is. Why not On? I'm not saying On's a bad choice, but I just like Kyoko more. I'm sorry, if my fucking line of reasoning supposed to be, well, I do like Kyoko more, but I'm probably more willing to have sex with On because Kyoko is more likely to have an STD, probably, so I can't do that. Loud bitch or double doggy style. Those are the only two possible ways to interpret this. You're only saying this, Game Glitcher, because everyone said Kyoko. If everyone said On, you'd be saying the exact opposite right now. What did we say earlier about being contrarian? Yeah, I'm the streamer. Only I'm allowed to do that. Double On. Yeah, Glitcher would probably hate double On because that's like 2 girls instead of 1. That's like twice as dangerous to him. Like one girl is already like enough that might kill him. 2, that's twice the odds. There's already 2, you don't need 2 dogs as well. Yeah, but you'd probably take 2 cats if you had the option. Oop, that was bad. Okay, there we go. 3.0 power scuffs this a little bit, but we still make it like this. One Yuka's probably enough. 1 Yuka's probably more than enough for 90% of people, but knowing Touhou fans, 2 isn't even enough. I love doing spell 1 with 3.0 power. I love when you die before the mid-boss and you don't even get close to hitting max power. You can if you pick up the big P, but it's really hard to pick up the big P. Actually, did I even pick it up? I might have. I don't know for sure. That big blue ball was just like, I mean, that's one of those situations where you just gotta sit there and be like, yep, you just gotta take your bumps. She said she can only do this for she can only make the clone copy movements. Then she said she left her body to trying to go to 19. So either clone was walking the wall or that got changed. What? You mean something got like retconned like a little bit? Or she decided to make something a little different? What? I don't believe Zune would ever do that. Clone stone to guard it. What is this? I literally saw an extension of this meme earlier today. Body's actually the spirit, or I mean, you can argue that about every person. It's not actually the body; it's the spirit that inhabits the body. Sorry, that was a little too hostile. Might be. So back to flesh if you're a ghost. What's stopping me? Get Touhou rules? That's not gonna stop anybody. Hostility Fonzo. Listen, with you around, sometimes it's warranted. Not all the time, sometimes. In terms of total stream time watch, I wonder if you're number 2. I couldn't possibly tell for sure. I mean, honestly, that last one was still pretty good. The Sanyo thing was cringe, but I mean, yellow spam, the yellow spam. Yeah, that is pretty true. Okay, game. Let's get another one out. It feels like you end up overcut the patterns. Pokemon so live past it. Get better at it later. Yeah, you gotta get better at it later for the day 1 Touhou 6 remake LNN that you said you're doing. You said you're gonna do a 24-hour marathon of it when it comes out. Try to get the LNN. Your water with Mercury if you pissed her off. Dude, we're back to this again. Character's just gonna kill you if you inconvenience her slightly. He hasn't actually said this out loud. I'm just a Satorian. I can read his mind, so I know what he's doing. probably easier because it's hitbox back. Yeah, that's why the game is actually gonna be like it's so much easier. It's actually gonna be like it's gonna be literally the free LNN because it has the hitbox. Like the original is gonna be so much better because it doesn't have the hitbox. Whereas the new one's gonna have the hitbox, and that's just honestly like broken to have it included. Like we probably shouldn't even count the new game. It's gonna be so free. Or can't remind remotely, bozo. I was making a joke. Bro, I'm gonna fucking say, like... Oh boy, I'm gonna get Kosuzu to kill this guy. And be like, Kosuzu would never kill anyone. This is factually not possible. It doesn't make sense. There's an enemy market for Skylick and Sokyo. What do you mean? You can't just quickly glance up and look where she is in the middle of 18 billion bubbles? And other bullets as well? Sounds like a skill issue, Al. I missed that, okay. So that's the problem. I'd rather glance up than glance down, personally. Suzu would actually kill someone for a yokai fight. See, it's the same thing again. I make a joke and then people start being, actually, this joke doesn't make sense. I really push for that kill. It's the security guard. Yeah, for the 5 Nights at Scarlet Devil's game. It'll probably be a couple months before I play through those games, but when I play through them, you really want like an enemy hitbox like indicator. What is this image? Oh my gosh, it's taking 5 years to load. Yes, this image of Oh, that's Akyu! That's not Kosuzu! That's Akyu with a gun. BF is still behind Festival, though? No, that's boyfriend. What are you talking about? Akyu and Kosuzu are the same person, Kopio. Oh my gosh, I literally just transitioned to the stage, bro. And you just posted a link. Mods, can we ban Potato Bot? Mods, delete his Aya porn. Mods. Like a hawk to a flame. Please, Ayakor replaced with a Tade. So true! Why does everyone start posting the interesting conversations and theories right when I like on like the part of stage 3 where I have to concentrate? What the fuck do you mean snare flies? This guy is probably one of the most underrated enemies in all of Touhou, I would say. That last fairy. Okay, hold on. Let me look through everything real quick because there's a bunch. Did I press the fucking Q button? I think I did. Merit Okina, would you have to watch the tone of my like the kids? I'm gonna move past Eleven's comment. I could comment on it, but I won't right now. Answer score Okina, there's no way she wouldn't allow her servants to also partake in nighttime activities. I didn't. I just unpaused that. Whew. Yeah, what do you think Okina uses those dancers for anyway? Dancing! I deserve $18 billion for that cap, by the way. I just want to comment. That was a repulsive spell one. $80 billion points instead. Wow, that was... I love when Spell 2 decides to be easy. I really just trusted that that yellow bullet wouldn't hit me. And just greeted the damage. I mean, it worked. That was kind of a nuts Sanyo. The latter half of the fight was kind of good for me, but like, Spell 1, Non 1, Spell 1, and Non 2, all three, or three hardest attacks arguably, were all rather disgusting. I'm moving back, yeah, that's what it was. 11. Are you posting links now? You can wait like 2 minutes till I wipe, and then you can post your link. 404 not found. Okay, I'm turning you guys off for a minute. Nice. Never trusted the opener. Never trust anything on this stage, for that matter. Not even these red guys. Not that they're, like, particularly ever do, like, much. I've died to them once in the last, like, 2 months, I think. But, like, never trust anything. Not even yourself. No, you gotta trust yourself. What am I saying? If you don't trust yourself, then you'll never win. Then you'll second guess every action you do. And that is a recipe for losing. heart rate increased once you're through that. Sure, should be studied. Fuck you. Oh, God, the I was gonna come right, but then there's that one that went right. Fucking bitches. Oh, I also messed up my line here. I mean, not like too bad, but I did mess it up. Hey, at least I got the P back. Instead of Jimbo, they should call him Puckbo. Just slightly too off-center. Oh, wells. Fucking pink bullet from downtown. Yeah, I think we gotta move on. Pretty good. Stage 4. I feel like Game Glitcher has been told about 20 times that Stage 4 is regarded as the hardest Stage 4 in the series, and like still reacts the same way. Let me get the game open, but then I need to pee. I've been holding the pee in for a while. Hearing he still failed. Listen, the Jimbo one was on me. I mean, the YYDO, it's YYDO. Sometimes you get that cross, and then you're just like, well, things are what they are. Like, the thing about a run in which is not true in most other games, it's like, if you can get past stage 4 perfect, that's like 90% of the game. And that's not to say that you can't die afterwards, because you absolutely can, but... Right, what do I even have going on?